Welcome to another edition of Great Health, Abundant Happiness, and Outrageous Love.
Sweaty Sonicus.
Yeah, just doing our morning golden hours here. Did our meditation, hitting the sauna. Out here, catching a little fresh mountain air in a fresh snowstorm. I don't know if you can see it, but it's still coming down.
It is magical out here. So after we do the sauna, we come out here for a brisk feel of whatever the air brings us, and a little bit of earthing. And today we get to do our earthing in the snow, which is always kind of fun.
It's great.
Yeah.
Hey, so today, my love, you wanted to talk about the three things that are holding people up, the three things that are really stopping your manifestation.
3 things that are keeping you from achieving your manifestations. If things are going great for you, this video is not for you. You don't need it, but it's always great to have a little refresher, because you can use the flip side of it to make sure you continue. Of
course.
So, number 1, Jeffrey?
Number 1 is you got to know exactly what you want. Many people I talk to, they don't know exactly what they want. They may have an idea, or they might be directionally correct, but you need to know with as much detail as possible.
Exactly. And yesterday we met this awesome guy Adam up here at Copper Mountain, and he was telling us that he actually approached us and said, you guys are a great couple. He could feel the love. And I asked him if he had a love interest, and he said, not yet, but I feel that it's coming. And so Jeffrey then said, have you written down what you're looking for in a partner? And he said, no, should I?
He actually asked me, should I write it down? As we said, he needs to have as much detail as possible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And, and Jeffrey said it would be a good idea to do that. And, he wanted to know where to put the emphasis. I mean, do I put it in their looks? Do I put it in their, in physicality versus, their emotional inside? And so we explained to him, for those of you who follow us, you may remember we did a video. I actually wrote a paper on my perfect soulmate, I think when I was in college, so many years ago, and years before I met Jeffrey. And most of it, I'd say 99% of it, was about the integrity of the person. And those were the qualities I was not willing to compromise on. But I did go as far as to add some physical attributes so that I would know it was him when I saw him, because you cannot see the inner qualities across the room all the time. You can see a light and a magic coming from somebody, but add that in. And then with that, you need to be open to the fact that, hey, I put down all these things. This person fits 100%, except I thought that it was going to be a person with brown hair and this person has blonde hair. Those are the things the universe will work with you on, and not to get hung up on. So some of the details like that don't need to be so specific, but it's the non-negotiables that you need to put in there. Whether it's, your dream job, your dream house. When Jeffrey and I were house hunting, we actually wrote out, we wanted a kitchen. On our first house, we wanted a kitchen with a swinging door into the dining room. Now we don't want any of that, but that's what we wanted back then. Guess what? That's exactly what we got.
Yeah, among many other things, but you're right. We wrote down all the details.
That's going back to our very first house 20 some years ago. But that's the way that it works, right?
I was going to say, and be careful with the details too. I mean, you want to put down as many as you can, but as Karen said, don't get caught up into them, especially with hair color, because sometimes people dye their hair. And you know who you are, Charlie. But so the second thing, outside of you have to know what you want, but the next thing is you have to believe that you can get it.
Exactly.
You have to believe, and
that one you do need to have 110%, and not leave any of the belief up to the universe. The universe will bring it to you, but only if you send out to the universe that you believe that 110%.
Exactly. So you have to believe. So, I did one the other day. We were talking about the lottery. I mean, you can't go say, I'm going to win the lottery, but then be one of those people that says, hey, it's like your odds are 1,000,000,000 to 1. It's impossible. You can't use that language. You have to be impeccable with your words. Or if you want to get, that you want to attract that certain person, you can't be thinking in your mind, well, I'm not good enough for that kind of person, right? You can't question it all. You have to know it's within reach.
Exactly. And, we were talking about everybody's hyped up on weight loss. I think it's something that we should all forget about. And if
Right.
we eat right, we don't need to worry about it. But
Right.
because people are so hyped up about weight loss, you know, if you are trying to get to a certain weight, you can't say, well, I'll never get there because I have a stocky, you know, frame, or my family, it's in my genes.
Yeah, right.
You know, once you send that out to the universe, forget about whatever you're manifesting. So don't let these things keep you from your goals and your dreams and living, you know, the best life. If you want to live here on the side of a mountain, maybe you want to be our neighbor up here
Yeah.
at Copper Mountain, and you know, live here in this magical place.
Why not? That's what we
Right.
manifested. We said we wanted to live where people vacation.
And here we are.
The
And
la-
then number three.
Number
Jeffrey.
three is you have to set the intention.
Right.
Set the intention. So intentions, as you know, are two things: outer intention and inner intention. Inner intention basically is you taking the steps towards the goal.
Right.
Outer intention is the universe bringing it to you. So, you know, you don't have to do all the work. If you know what you want and believe you can have it and set the intention, you know, the universe will bring it to you, but you have to take those steps towards it.
Exactly.
Like the our friend back here that was just shoveling that walkway. You know, if you want that walkway shoveled, you have to take a few scoops out. I mean, maybe with something like that, maybe you got to do it all. But
Right.
but
again, going back to our friend Adam, that was, you know,
Yeah, that was-
a great example.
Yeah, that was.
You know, we asked him if he had found that someone, and as we said, he hadn't yet. But when he said he could feel it coming, he said, I've started acting more like a husband, more like a partner would with my female friends, instead of saying, hey, let's go out to the bars and be all crazy. And, you know, that's not his interest
Right.
anymore. So he's
That's a
actually
perfect example.
he's actually taking the steps to achieve the goals that he wants to achieve. And again, going back to eating healthy, you know, one of the best things you can do when you go into the grocery store is to have a list of exactly what it is you're going to get. Don't get anything that's not on
That's
that
hard.
list.
That's hard.
It's hard, but guess what?
I've
you-
learned.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. Someone is no longer allowed to throw random items into the shopping cart. No names. But stay in the produce aisle.
But
you know,
that,
if
but
that's
that's
your goal.
sometimes it's embarrassing, so I really don't do it anymore. I'll put something in, and Karen will take it out like I'm a little kid. Someone next to me is looking at me like, "Wow!" But yeah.
If
no,
it's not on the list, you know what? There's temptation everywhere. And also, unfortunately, some people will attempt to sabotage you.
Yes.
And not necessarily because they don't want you to achieve your goals. It's more that if they're not achieving their goals, it's hard for them to
Right.
see others
Right.
achieve their goals. But when you are achieving your goals, you can't wait to see everyone around you achieving their goals. And that's really where we're coming from. We are here to help you live your very best life. Whatever your goals are, we want to help you achieve them. You know, if you have something that you want us to talk about, please let us know, and we will definitely delve into that in one of our videos.
Yes.
Wishing you great health, abundant happiness, and outrageous love from Copper Mountain.
Look at all the snow out here.
It's magical.
Hey guys, go ahead and click off, and we'll hook you up with the other videos.